One night, after many years of enduring the most heinous acts of evil and being plagued by nightmares, I became so fed up with this life filled with torment that I got a gun and laid on my bed. Every emotion was stirred up inside of me. My thoughts bounced around from anger to sorrow, from I don't care anymore, to grieving for those I would leave behind. I don't know how long I laid there, crying and reaching out to God for help, and fighting back at the voice of my dad telling me to pull the trigger, that I was garbage, and no one would care if I died. I could not live this way anymore. I wanted to be kind and loving and happy and give joy to others. How could I be all those things when I was hurting so badly? I wanted the pain to end. Where was God? I was begging him to stop the noise in my head, but it didn't stop. Somehow I managed to pray our Father's prayer. Overwhelmed with the fear of the unknown, I embraced the thought that it had to be better than this. I said aloud, "Forgive me," and gently squeezed my thumb against the trigger. Just then the entire house shook violently. The windows rattled and the bed vibrated. Then in a moment it all stopped. All of it. The noise, the fear, the torment and anguish, it all stopped. I lay there frozen without a single thought of my own. The only sound I could hear was the sound of my heart loudly beating its way out of my chest. With tears running down my face, I could not stop myself from yelling out in desperation, "Thank you." I lay there just listening to the sound of my heart beating and eventually drifted off to peaceful sleep. The next day I made some phone calls and found a therapist to work with. For the first time I had someone to talk to about the events I endured. It was the food that sustained me for a while, but the nightmares continued and eventually I forgot how God had saved me that night. Therapy was never adequate enough to help me to understand my purpose for living or to answer my questions about God. I just wanted to know the truth. Many times I returned to my suffering. After many years of therapy, with the help of a friend, I reached out to a Christian Science practitioner and have now found my answers in the true bread of life. I have been so completely healed from the mental and physical torment of the abuse I endured that the only memories I have of the past are those in which I now see God actively watching over me. God has answered my prayer and restored me to life. I now rejoice in a life filled with purpose, the good, enduring, and the true. I'm learning the truth and discovering a courage I never knew I had, the courage to live. I cannot express deeply enough the gratitude and love I feel in my heart and in my soul for our Father, Mother, God, for Mary Baker Eddy, and for my practitioner. If I only have but one message to give, it would be this: never give up. Seek God. Obey God. Persist in understanding your relationship with the Creator of life. Allow Him to fulfill His purpose in you. It will bring a true and everlasting joy, the abundant life He desires for you. And from the Bible, Psalm 16:10, He will never leave your soul in hell. And Psalm 32:24, be of good courage. He shall strengthen your heart, all ye that hope in the Lord. Thank you.